Hey, Walt here from StogieReview.com, here with another one of these down and dirty IPCPR sample reviews. And the cigar I'm smoking today is the Casa Gomez, and it is what I believe is the Maduro. I've had the Connecticut before, uh, quite a while ago. I think it was after last year's trade show, and I thought it was decent. This is obviously not the Connecticut. It's too dark for that. I'm not quite sure what it is. But I thought I'd light it up and see just how well it performed. Uh, it's being my first one. I was kind of, struggling to think back to the other one I had, and I remembered it being mild, but it had some interesting flavors to it. Most notably, I remember it having a bit of like a spicy sort of heat component to it, uh, and by that I mean like that like spicy mustard, horseradish kind of heat through the sinuses, but not offensive. More along the lines of being interesting and unique. So I went into this cigar being kind of excited. I lit it up, and this is a Toro, and I smoked quite a bit of it, and it just really wasn't impressing me. Not because it's a bad stick, but because there really wasn't anything about it that grabbed my attention. It's remarkably mild, very easy on the palate, mild-bodied. There's really no strength behind it. It was just very, very mild, very laid back, and I'm kind of smoking it, thinking, wow, there's virtually nothing to this cigar. So it wasn't until about the halfway point that it started picking up. Now I'm getting a little bit of sweet flavors. I'm starting to get a little bit of that heat that I noticed way, way back in that other sample, or in the Connecticut. But it's very subdued. The cigar is very laid back. It's just got a natural tobacco flavor. There's really nothing jumping out at me. Maybe a little bit of a woody flavor, but that is really it. It's starting to build. It's starting to get some interest, but it's kind of too little, too late at this point. Um, I've yet to try any of the other Casa Gomez lines. Um, so perhaps a Corona or a Busto, something shorter than the Toro, would kick in the gear a little sooner. But in this case, it's just it's really laid back, and it's not quite my style. Um, Mild-bodied, easy on the palate, easy through the sinuses. Construction-wise, it was fantastic. It held a nice, firm, light gray ash, nice compacted shape. It held on for about 3/4 of an inch before it dropped off. I had it fall in my lap a couple of times. Not something you're going to win long ash competitions with, but at the same time, it does generate a decent size ash. You just need to keep on top of it. There's no flaking or anything like that. The whole thing just kind of comes off in one chunk. The draw is decent. I'm kind of struggling with it now because it's going out, and the lighter's all the way on the other side of the room. But actually, I got another one on me. But smoke volume's decent. Construction's great. It's just not quite my style. I don't want to call it, like a Macanudo alternative, but it is very, very mild, and there's just really nothing about it that grabbed my attention. Of course, I don't think I have a lighter on me. But at any rate, this is the only sample I've had. Brian and Jerry both got some samples for an upcoming review. I'm not quite sure when they're going to do those reviews, but that'll give you a more in-depth look of this particular cigar, the Casa Gomez. Again, I think it's the Maduro, but I really don't know. It's too dark to be the Connecticut, and it doesn't taste like the Connecticut that I remember. But that's it. There's the down and dirty, quick, nothing to it review of the Casa Gomez. So until next time, happy smoking.